morning. This is my first attempt at a YouTube video. As such, I'm sure the quality of this recording is shit. And everything I take a picture of probably won't work out, but I've got to start somewhere. Today I'm in my local wood. We're under lockdown conditions, so I can't go very far. I walked here for sunrise, missed it, still technically golden hour, but we are a bit short on time. It's a reasonably nice day though, so I'll carry on well after we've moved on. Until then, I best get walking. I must admit, this isn't the best weather for this. It's not a bad day, but we've no fog, we've no haze, we've no sort of atmosphere of any sort. It's very clear in these woods this morning. But I think I have a composition. I'm not entirely sure about it. I am new, and this is all experimental, but let me turn you around. I saw this log on the floor, and it leads into these trees up ahead, and what I'm thinking is these trees give a nice depth to the to the shot, and therefore if I get down and show you what I'm looking at this point in time, I'm focusing down a little bit to keep this log in to the right, and then I have my three trees. The only problem is I've got all this sky at the top. I'm polarizing the shot to make sure that, well, to bring out the colour in the foliage on the ground level, and some of the moss around the bottom of the trees and the moss on this log. But we'll see how that takes. We're taking it at f10. We're focusing in the mid-ground, and then it's a 2-second shot. And if the picture's any good, and if I can work out how to do it, you'll see it here.
Okay, so ultimately this didn't turn out how I expected, and the picture itself is not that great, but I thought I'd show you it anyway. I ended up sort of muting the tones in this picture, dodging and burning, and then I did use the neural filters to add some fog. It's not the greatest, but it's early, I'm starting, and I'm still playing around with things. It looks better than it did, but it's still not a great photo.
Let me just show you this shot. I have to make do with what I can get. Obviously with the weather how it is. Nice to hear the birds though. With the weather how it is, we don't have much in the way of fog or anything like that. And the issue here becomes the sky, but if I show you this, if it'll spin, come on, spin round. There we go. What I've got is that's my composition. And you can see straight away that there's too much sky at the top there. But what we're using is these two trees here, though actually they seem to be joined at the bottom, so maybe it's one tree that's split early. These two trees, they perfectly give me a window and they frame through to this tree here that's quite interesting, with a bit of a craggy old tree, but it also looks pretty dead. I kind of feel like it's quite soft. If you were to kick that, it might fall over. Nice mossy sort of frame for the shot. We're taking this at 28mm, 2.5 seconds, f10, ISO 100. And if I focus on the tree, we're going to have to do this in two focuses, I think. Focus on the tree at the background and shoot. And then we'll have to do another one where we focus on the foreground. At f10 we might be in focus across the whole board on the first photo, so it might be okay, but I'll just take an extra one just to be sure. I'm also going to take one with the highlights a bit brighter, just so that I get, if I need to, I can just bracket my shots just in case I need to. That should give me options just in case I have any issues with the exposure on the first ones. I should be able to combine them with that one and turn it into a HDR image. So hopefully, and again, if I can work it out, you should see it on the screen about now.
Right, so I'm not exactly entirely sure what to make of this photo. There is too much sky in this shot. I quite like the idea of it having some fog. And again, I feel like I'm doing that too much. So what I've done is I've done all the required sort of dodging and burning. I've also added the autumn effect to this image. I've made two versions of it. So one version has that fog in it, and the version that you can see first has not got the fog in it. I've put both up. I'll let you decide which one you prefer.
I think that's it from me. I think spin you around. I think that's going to be me done. I know it's probably not the greatest piece of video in the world. Hopefully I find some music I can use. Hopefully I'm not too wet by the time I get home. But let's see what I can do with this footage. I'm going to give it a go and we'll see what I end up with. Until then, I guess signing off, see you around.